Hello students, good time to all. I am Chandan Kumar Pradhan. Welcome to your YouTube channel Chandan Physics. In this video, we are going to discuss dielectric sphere in a uniform electric field. Let's begin. Let us consider a dielectric sphere of radius small a. And of a material of a dielectric constant, it is made with the material having dielectric constant K, placed in an external electric field. We take like this. The external electric field at the external electric field inert, which is assumed to be uniform. The origin is at the center of the sphere and the polar axis is along inert. Take here as x axis, y axis, and let a point here be a point having coordinates r theta. This angle be let theta, and the polar axis is along inert. As a result of the presence of the dielectric sphere, the electric field in its neighborhood will be distorted due to the polarization of charges. Due to the polarization of charges, the electric field is distorted. As there are no free charges on the surface of the sphere, the potential surfaces, by using Laplace equation, we can say the potential of that of surfaces by using Laplace equation grad square V is equal to 0, where V is the potential, V be the potential of electric field. And the general solution of this type of Laplace equation in spherical polar coordinates, we have to consider here the potential is independent of that of phi. Then the solution, that is V is equal to summation over n from 0 to infinity a n r to the power n p n cos theta plus summation over n is equal to 0 to infinity b n r to the power minus n plus 1 p n cos theta. This one be the solution of that Laplace equation. Here p n cos theta are known as that of legendary polynomials, and p naught cos theta is equal to 1, P1 cos theta is equal to cos theta, P2 cos theta, that is 1 by 2 of 3 cos square theta minus 1. These are the values of Legendre's polynomials. But here when we expand that series, we have considered the two places of that of Pn cos theta, since the another terms possessed the higher power of cos theta, that means cos square theta, cos cube theta, like this. Since it possessed the higher power of cos of theta, that's why we neglect all these terms that contain with that of higher power of cos theta. Now we take the boundary conditions related to dielectric sphere in a uniform electric field. What are the boundary conditions? Take a look here. As the effect of dielectric sphere is confined to its neighborhood, the electric field is assumed to be inert at large distances. Hence, the electric potential outside that of sphere is given by, that is electric potential at outside, that is minus E naught into x. Here the x component be the r cos theta, that means at r tends to infinity, that is the value of potential. Again, another boundary condition for internal point in the sense r is less than a, this be the distance of r, this the distance of a, that is the radius of that of conducting dielectric sphere. For that of internal point, we can say a that means r is less than a, where v is equal to finite, potential has a specific value, and it is given by electric potential at that of internal point V internal is equal to ai r cos theta, that is ai r cos theta. Again, another boundary conditions, the tangential component of electric field across the interface is continuous on the surface of that sphere. That's why on that of surface in the sense r is equal to a, at r is equal to a, that is v naught is equal to vi, v outside is equal to v internal, that is electric potential at outside of that of dielectric sphere is same as that of inside that of dielectric sphere. What is that of condition? When r is equal to a, that means on the surface. Final boundary condition, the normal component of electric displacement must be continuous across that of interface. That's why you can say, that is epsilon naught er outside, that is the radial component of electric field outside, multiplied with that of epsilon naught, that is the permittivity of free space, is same as that of radial component of electric field to that of inside, that is epsilon, that is a permittivity of that of medium, inside means that is the medium eri, then er outside is equal to epsilon divided by epsilon naught, that is permittivity of medium to that of permittivity of free space. This is nothing, that is the k, that is the dielectric constant of that of particular sphere on which material that sphere is made. Er outside is equal to k, that is the dielectric constant, er inside. These are the four possible boundary conditions related to that dielectric sphere in a uniform electric field. Now our task is to get that of potential by using all types of boundary conditions. Okay, let's proceed. From Boundary condition 1. We find that the potential contains only the cos theta terms. So, the potential, we can use the expansion of that equation. Therefore, V naught is equal to, this is the first boundary condition, V naught is equal to minus of E naught x, that is minus E naught r cos theta, that is V naught is equal to, using that of series, this series, A naught r to the power 0 P naught cos theta plus A1 r to the power 1 P1 cos theta. Another terms are neglected since these terms contain the highest power of cos theta. That means here B naught r to the power minus 1 P naught cos theta plus B1 r to the power minus 2 P1 cos theta, which implies V naught is equal to A naught P naught cos theta is equal to 1, r to the power 0 is equal to 1 plus A1 r P1 cos theta, that is cos theta, plus similarly B naught r plus B1 r square cos theta, which implies V naught is equal to A naught plus B naught by r plus A1 r cos theta plus B1 by r square cos theta. Let us refer it as equation number 5. As the terms of n is greater than 1 contains cos square theta, and higher order terms of cos square theta are neglected here. Okay. Also, for internal points, the potential should not include 1 by r term. As V becomes infinity, as r is equal to 0 at the top center, r is equal to 0, so Vi is equal to Ai r cos theta, Vi same as that of Ai r cos theta. This is the second boundary condition. So, from equation 1, V naught is equal to minus E naught r cos theta, and here is the equation number 5, V naught is equal to that much. We can equate this to, therefore we can write from equation 1 and 5, from equation 1 and 5 we get minus E naught r cos theta is equal to A naught plus B naught by r plus A1 r cos theta plus B1 cos theta divided by r square. Let equation number 6. Then comparing the coefficient a naught, there will be no such term containing a naught, that means a naught is equal to 0. Again, what should be the value of a1? Here a1 r cos theta, that means a1 is equal to minus e naught, that is equation number 7, and a1 is equal to minus e naught, equation number 8. Now putting this constant in that of equation number 5. So equation 5 we get v naught is equal to v naught by r minus e naught r cos theta plus b1 by r square cos theta, that is equation number 9. Now we have to evaluate the constant like b naught and b1. To evaluate these constants, we can use the boundary condition 3. What is that of boundary condition 3? Here is the boundary condition 3. We use the boundary condition 3. We have from boundary condition 3, that is v inside is equal to v outside, that is the electric potential inside is same as that of electric potential outside at r is equal to a, which implies v inside, which implies that is a I a cos theta at r is equal to a is equal to v outside v b naught by a minus e naught a cos theta plus b1 by a square cos theta, which implies that is ai a cos theta is equal to b naught by a plus b1 by a square minus a e naught cos theta is common, that is equation number 10. Now here the value of b naught we can get, that is 0, comparing two sides, that is equation number 11. And again ai will be minus e naught plus b1 divided by aq, equation number 12. Then v naught change to, then can write what is that value of v naught. V naught is equal to minus e naught r cos theta plus b1 divided by r square cos theta. Again a constant is here, that is b1. We have to evaluate b1, but the electric field, the radial electric field or transverse electric field, that is radial outside and transverse outside, we can use these components to get that of constant b1. Again we proceed. E radial outside is equal to, that is minus del V outside del R minus del by del R, that is minus E naught R cos theta plus B1 by R square cos theta. Which implies ER outside is equal to E naught cos theta plus 2B1 by RQ cos theta. Equation number 13. Again, for that of transverse component outside, minus 1 by R del V outside with respect to del theta minus 1 by R del theta of minus E naught R cos theta plus B1 by R square cos theta. That means E theta of outside is equal to minus E naught sin theta plus B1 RQ sin theta. Equation number 14. Then these are ER outside, E theta outside. Again ER inside and E theta inside. Then ER inside is equal to minus del VI del R minus del R AI R cos theta, that is the V inside, which implies ER inside is equal to minus AI cos theta. Equation number 15. Again, for that of E theta inside the transverse component, minus 1 by R del by del theta of VI is equal to minus 1 by R del by del theta of A RI cos theta, which implies E theta inside is equal to AI sin theta. This is equation number 16. Here ER inside and E theta inside, these values are needed to implement that of condition number 4, that is ER outside is equal to ER inside. Now we can use the condition number 4, boundary condition. Now using boundary condition, four, that is ER outside is equal to K ER inside at R is equal to A. We get ER outside, we get ER outside here, ER outside, just putting its values, that is E naught cos theta plus 2 B1 AQ cos theta is equal to minus K ai cos theta, which implies E naught plus 2b1 divided by aq cos theta is common is equal to minus k ai cos theta, that is equation number 17. Hence here minus k ai is equal to, comparing the coefficient of cos theta as E naught plus 2b1 divided by aq, equation number 18. Now using the value of ai here, using the value of ai, what is that a value of ai? Here is the value of ai, value of ai, that is minus E naught plus b1 by aq. In equation number 18 we get minus k, in place of ai we implement minus E naught plus b1 by aq is equal to E naught plus 2b1 by aq. Now simplifying that one, we can achieve k E naught minus E naught is equal to 2b1 by aq plus b1k by aq, just to that side again, which implies E naught as common, E naught k minus 1 is equal to b1 by aq as common, k plus 2, which implies b1 is equal to k minus 1 divided by k plus 2 E naught aq, that equation number 19. Now putting the value of b1 in that of equation ai as this much, what we get? We get now, therefore putting this value of b1 in equation number what, 18, equation number, sorry, for that of equation ai is equal to minus E naught plus b1 by aq. We get, when I put that value here, therefore ai is equal to minus E naught plus 1 by aq k minus 1 divided by k plus 2 E naught aq, which implies ai is equal to minus E naught plus k minus 1 k plus 2 E naught, which implies ai is equal to E naught as common, that is k minus 1 k plus 2 minus 1, which implies ai is equal to E naught, that is k minus 1 minus k minus 2 divided by k plus 2, which implies AI is equal to minus k cancel out, that is 3 E naught divided by k plus 2, your equation number 20. Hence, we can use the value of AI and BI, AI and B1. Hence, using the values of AI and B1, the expression for V outside and V inside given by, just put the value of here. Therefore, V outside and V inside will be looking like this. V outside will be minus E naught R cos theta plus B1 cos theta divided by R square. Just putting the value of B1 here, which implies we get V outside is equal to minus E naught R cos theta plus, in place of B1, that is k minus 1 divided by k plus 2 E naught AQ cos theta divided by R square, equation number 21. And V inside is equal to AI R cos theta. Now supplement that value of AI here, we get VI is equal to minus 3 E naught divided by k plus 2 R cos theta, that is equation number 22. This is the V outside, that is the potential at outside of that of sphere. This one be the V inside, that is potential at inside of that of dielectric sphere. So, with the help of this video lecture, we understand what is that of dielectric sphere in a uniform electric field. These are the potential expression, and our aim is to get that of potential. Then we take 4 boundary conditions, and using these boundary conditions we can easily evaluate the constants like A naught, A1, B naught, B1. We proceed, just use these boundary conditions. And finally get the potential of that dielectric sphere inside an external electric field. The potential, that is the outside of that of dielectric sphere, and potential at the inside of that of dielectric sphere. So, with this useful and informative notes, let me wind up this session. Thank you.